What's up YouTube, it's your boy Tits here, and today we're going to take a look at the Dera. A lot of you guys have also been waiting to see this, and I'm glad I can finally get it out to you. I'm going to do a basic little review of it with the gameplay here and a build video. Check out them stats on the screen, man, it got a nice buff. That 100 projectile speed is nice. It's practically double the super now. When it comes to using this with the super, I'd really recommend using that because of all the downfalls of the super, which you can hear about that in my super build video. But basically, I'm just going to show you here on some higher level infested. I think I'm on Palace. Yeah, Pluto. Just how well it downs the infested, and then I'll show you a little bit of Corpus gameplay and show you how well it takes out some mid-range level 60 Corpus as well. Right here I show you on an ancient, heavily armored target, how much damage you lose from just shooting them, you know, anywhere in the body, which is like, it's like that with any weapon that's not armored nor for the most part. But then you'll see when I come around the other side and I actually shoot the ancient in its weak spot so that I do full damage, I take pretty much all its health away instantly. It's got about a little more than 3/4 of its health, and then done. It only took that many bullets to kill it. So even on heavily armored targets, heavy gunners, ancients, heavily armored, you know, Grenier, some of the heavily armored Corpus, just higher level enemies, as long as you can shoot their weak spots, you're going to be fine with this weapon. And comparing it maybe to the Boltor, you know, it's got a little more damage than a Boltor, and it's faster than a Boltor. And even though it's not armor ignore like the Boltor, I would still recommend using this on any of the regular maps in the game, except for Grenier. I'd probably use the Boltor just because of how armored the Grenier are. The armor ignore is gonna work a little better with the Boltor. But look, even on these Corpus here, I mean, I can tap the crewman just one shot in the head and kill him with the Dera. It just does a nice amount of damage, really fast projectile speed. It fires fast, good ammo. Laser damage does well on infested and Corpus. It just lacks on Grenier because Grenier don't give a good bonus to laser damage. But all around, this is a really good weapon, and it is really quick to get in the dojo because of its low mastery rank. And I really recommend you guys trying this weapon out. You're gonna see that you're gonna like it a lot more in the Supra. So let's go ahead and jump into the recommended builds here for this weapon. Alright guys, let's go ahead and check out the recommended builds I would use for all three factions. For Grenier, this is the build setup I got here. Fully ranked Serration, Split Chamber, Piercing Hit, Cryo Round, Stormbringer, and with 2 points left over, you can put them in, you could just slide in the ammo drum. Now for Corpus, I would lead this build the exact same way. You do some nasty damage with this build here on Corpus. It's really nice. This goes along with most of your automatic rifles. Piercing Hit and Stormbringer and Cryo Rounds, they just give really nice damage to the different types of Corpus. Mo's in the midsection, crewman in the head. You get huge damage bonuses. And for Infested, I would swap out the Piercing Hit with the Bane of Infested. By the way, this is the same build that I was showing you in the gameplay, and the Corpus build I showed you was the same build I had in the gameplay. Get our mods reset there so I can find them easier. Put a Bane of Infested in, fully ranked. Swap out the Cryo Rounds with a fully ranked Wildfire, which will give you 9 extra bullets per clip. And of course, we'll swap out the Stormbringer with a fully ranked Hellfire. And remember, both of these mods will stack to make 150 fire damage. And this is the exact same build I had when I was showing you the gameplay with the Infested. You've seen just how quickly I was able to drop them in their mid-60s. I was on Pluto, just one shot for most of the lighter Infested. I was able to drop them, you know, a few shots on the Chargers sometimes. And the Ancients, as long as you're hitting them in the weak spot, you know, it didn't take that many shots at all either. Laser damage is pretty decent. It's you know, above average, I guess. It's pretty similar to normal bullet damage with the Infested and Corpus. It just lacks a lot with Grineer. This weapon doesn't do that well with Grineer because it is laser. The weapon damage type is laser, and Grineer don't have the greatest bonuses for laser damage. And for all three of these builds, it's up to you if you want to put a speed trigger on. It can be helpful with maybe the Boltor, which you could compare this weapon to, but I really wouldn't with this weapon. It's got a pretty fast fire rate, as you've seen in the gameplay, and especially since they have upped the projectile speed by so much in the most recent buff. This weapon, you know, does a lot of damage and shoots really fast, and it's got some great range. So I really wouldn't mess with putting a speed trigger on. I would go with a full damage build. If you want to, though, this weapon is really nice, so you could form it a few times and get a speed trigger on, you know, and maybe another damage mod for, you know, a perfect build, and maybe a full ammo mutation if you wanted to take this for high wave defense runs. So I hope these different builds helped you out, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.